Okay, so this is my sixth progress report on my level and how it's been going. So I'm using a new screen recording software, so there might be a few disturbances in like the video recording, and also I found that I have to switch between two different headsets, one that goes to my audio and one that goes to the recorder's audio. So just to make sure that you're hearing the same things I'm hearing, I might switch between these two every now and then. So the first thing I want to go over is I have added an allied NPC character to the game um, as part of like a little miniature narrative I created, like where the player character picks up notes and finds their way to this guy who has kind of like an ammo cache and provides some relevant information regarding the level and like enemies you might face, stuff like that. So let me show you an example of that. Now, there's a few things you might have noticed that you can hear the music now. Since I'm using a new screen recording software, it actually captures desktop audio, so you'll be able to hear the music, and when I shoot my gun, you'll hear the sounds, and you'll hear the alert noises when the Karens see me, um, and the grenade explosions and all that other stuff. So what I've done so far outside of creating the AI, actually let me go into a bit more detail about how the AI is done. I let's see, used a dialogue tree. There's a lot of stuff you have to do, like all these widgets for you have to have a widget for asking questions, for checking the response, and then having it go into a sequence in the dialogue tree that leads to more answers and all that. I might add more, I might reduce it. I don't know where I'm really gonna go with all that dialogue as of now. I'll probably confer with my team on that. You also have to create a lot of widgets for the dialogue, like the responses widgets, the interact message, which is press J to interact, dialog box, which is the box where he talks in. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, I spread Karens throughout the level. As you can see, I actually created different types of Karens, which didn't really involve much. I just had like these different models, and some of them I stretched on the x-axis, some of them I stretched on the y-axis, called them large Karens and fat Karens, and there's some tiny Karens, and then there's the regular Karens as well. As you might notice, my computer's having a bit of an issue rendering everything. Um, so yeah, it's been a bit of difficult uh, development. Oh yes, and I also spread ammo pickups and health pickups. Let's see if I can find any right now. Yeah, like ammo pickups in like hidden areas, or like ammo pickups come in ammo crates. Health pickups come in the form of like little cups, or not little cups, like pretty big, like that. That's a health pickup. Those red cups. There's grenade pickups that come in the shape of coffee beans. Those are a bit hard to see. That's kind of what they look like. That's one right there. And that's an example of a tiny Karen hiding in a concrete pipe. Yeah. The tiny Karens were mainly meant as a joke, but I do have them put in a few places where they could be irritating to the player. One other thing I've done is, wait, that's the wrong direction. Let me up my camera scale. Okay, so this is the boss arena. I streamlined it to have one boss instead. There used to be two branching corridors, now there's only one because, well, I just decided that one boss might seem is a better idea than two. I don't know why there are so many point lights out here. I don't know how this happened, because I definitely did not put this many. They just happen to be there. I'll have to get rid of them. I think that might be why my Unreal is being particularly crashy lately. So yeah, the boss fight is this giant sword and shield person. I don't know. I wanted to go for like a fantasy take on it. Thought it would be funny. Yeah, as you can see, well, as you may have been able to hear, I can't hear anything right now because I've switched over to the recorder's audio. But as you hopefully heard, um, you can hear the cat Karens like get alert noises when they see you. This big Karen had a hot boss health bar that was dynamic. It actually functioned. Um, I've also created a objective system. So, for example, you can see this box collision here. I won't show it. Actually, I'll show an example. Let's do this. Scale to 5. Go to the beginning. Okay. So the objective you start out with is finding the coffee storage area, which is of course this whole area. You go up to the door, you press, is it Shifty or Control-E? Alt-E? There we go. You go in, and then you can see the objective changes. Find key to coffee machine storage area. That's another thing I've done. I've created a key. Um, oh, you can also see that the AI aren't too smart right now. They can't reach me, and I've implemented attack and death animations for them, and they disappear after death. Um, let's see. I've also implemented an iron sights for my AK. Thought that would be useful since I'm kind of going for a shooter feel with this level. Um, I think I mentioned I altered the Karens so that the fat Karens and the tall Karens do extra damage, like 15% of your health, and the tiny Karens do 5%, the regular Karens do 10%, and the boss does 20% with every attack. You might have noticed that the boss Karen also is fully animated. It it also has a death animation, although I didn't showcase that because I ran out of health too quickly. Um, let's see. There's a few other objectives. They're just box collisions that change the objective widget every time you walk over them. That's basically all they are. So it's a pretty simple system. I haven't figured out how to do interaction objectives yet, or interaction-based objectives. Maybe I will just to figure that out. Yeah. As you can see, there's lots of point lights. Oh yes, I replaced the point lights with actual bulbs. Well, I didn't replace them. I put bulbs to make it more believable. You might be able to see, if I click on it, light bulb, that's the actual actor. I found some light bulb meshes, or, yeah, I found some light bulb meshes online, and I used those. I also implemented destructible objects just for fun. Thought it would be, they don't actually do any damage, but I just thought it would be fun to have them there. So let me show an example of that actually. Oh, let's do this. There we go. So that grenade. Where is it destructible? As you can see, the pickups actually work. You go over it, it picks up. The health pickups don't work unless your health has gone down below 75%, but the grenade and ammo pickups will get picked up regardless of whether you, as you can see, there's still some lighting and clipping issues. Oh yes, there's gas tanks up here. If you shoot them, yeah, they explode. That also works for propane tanks, which I have scattered across the level as well. I did implement boss music as well. There is boss music that exists. I've been having a bit of an issue with the box collisions though, where the boss music will start playing at the beginning of the level, and I have like a lead up to the boss, which has a bunch of creepy Karen faces. Let me show you that.